Tonight on the Olympic Zone, the slopes of Pyeongchang have seen some memorable performances.
Giant slalom goal for Michaela Schifrin in Pyeongchang.
So Natalie Morales had to get in on the action with a little help from Olympic gold medalist Johnny Mosley.
Too fast, I can't catch it.
Plus, they've been lighting up the night sky throughout the Olympics. Magnificent aerial performances with drones making visual magic.
I get goosebumps every time I see that.
And we've been treated to some of the most thrilling finishes in Olympic history.
Oh, and Germany steals the gold!
See how timing technology is keeping up with the greatest athletes in the world. Next on the Olympic Zone.
Hello everyone, welcome to News Channel 21's Olympic Zone. I'm Lee Anderson.
And I'm Mike Allen. With all eyes on Pyeongchang, much of the world is just discovering now South Korea's favorite winter playground.
And it's not just the athletes getting in on the action. NBC's Natalie Morales checked out the local ski scene there with one of our favorite Olympians.
Nestled within the Taebaek Mountains, Yeongpyeong, just one in a series of resorts that attracts visitors and thrill-seeking South Koreans. And who better to explore the slopes with than Olympic gold medalist and all-around nice guy Johnny Mosley.
Either Captain America or that has to be Johnny Mosley. How are you?
Excellent, great to see you.
Oh, man. All right, you ready to go skiing?
Let's do it.
For you, third Olympics that you're commentating. What's it like for you to be able to now, 20 years after winning gold, be here as an analyst?
I get to reconnect with, this world that I spent so much time in.
That's going to be the gold medal run. Mosley hit the jump he had to.
This one's been an emotional one for me. I don't know. I've been trying to put myself in the position of these guys in the start gate every time.
He has a core driver. Nice!
I think I feel the Olympics strongly.
Too fast, I can't catch it.
I got an appetite. You ready?
Yes.
Do we want hot dogs or Korean food?
Well, I guess we're in Korea.
We're in Korea.
Soy sauce in a spray bottle.
That's smart.
That's just smart.
It's like a ricey pasta with a little kick to it. It's got a little spice to it. I like it. You know what? I'm feeling ready to ski some moguls after this.
Don't forget to get some air.
Oh, yeah. Mine will look nothing like that. I'm like, woo! See?
Oh, you've got the rhythm now. That's it. Oh, she's got the fastest time. She's got the best turn. That's going to be the goal. Natalie for the goal.
I won gold! Woo! Yes!
Natalie's a pretty good skier there. A variety of events are scheduled for prime time tonight, and Team USA has one more day to clinch its last few medals of the Games.
Let's head over to Dakota Kendall now with a look at our medal count. Dakota.
Lee, Mike, there are just 10 more medal events in these Winter Olympic Games. Here's how things are looking in the final days of competition. No changes for the U.S. We're still at 21 medals overall. Norway and Germany are now tied in the gold medal column, but Norway is still the definitive leader in these games. Canada and the Netherlands round out the top 5. That's been a look at today's medal count. Back to you.
One of the final gold medals of the Games is up for grabs tonight in a sport not many people understand, but most have heard about. Curling is actually played right here in Bend. Lauren Malink explored its Central Oregon roots and joins us now with more. Lauren?
Hi, Lee. The game made its way onto the Olympic scene in 1998, and since then it's quickly gained popularity. 3 years ago, curling came to Central Oregon. With experienced instructors and people with a passion, the Bend Curling Club was born. If you have ever watched curling, you've probably wondered why. No, not that kind of curling. Or that kind. This kind. But for the regulars at the Bend Curling Club, it's easy to understand why.
I tell you, I met the most wonderful people. I'm actually still curling 3 years later with two of the guys that I originally got signed up with.
The club was established in 2015.
It's been amazing. I knew curling in Bend was a perfect fit. It's just a Bend sport.
Different from other Central Oregon adventure activities, curling involves sliding a heavy rock across ice, using brooms to direct the rock into the so-called house at the end of the lane. And this unique sport has drawn curlers from all stages of life.
My husband and I think, are both the oldest ones associated. He just turned 80, and I'm not far behind him. It means that age is just a number.
And curlers with all sorts of experience.
I came down as an instructor to teach people that had no clue what a stone looked like. They thought they threw it down like, I said, wait a minute, you can't lift a 42-pound stone and throw it. It doesn't work.
But what does work is a friendly smile and a firm handshake.
The rules of curling show that you need to be kind to one another and you need to be helpful. So it's a really fun environment.
And that's no joke. Curling goes back to 16th century Scotland. And a key part of the game has always been good sportsmanship.
Attaboy.
Referred to as the spirit of curling. That means teams are expected to congratulate opponents for good plays, withhold celebration, and in no way make negative comments.
This is for fun. This is not for contracts, money, or whatever. We have fun. We played a game. We played our games. Then we went inside around the table. We sat. We had a drink. It was just socializing. And that's what, to me, curling is about.
Plus, as tradition goes, the winning team buys a round of drinks for the losing team, which makes it a very Bend sport indeed. And the Bend Curling Club is always looking for new members. So if you've seen enough of it on TV and you're ready to give it a go, you can check out the Bend Curling Club's Facebook page for more information. Lauren Malenk, News Channel 21.
For more local Olympic coverage and the very latest on Team USA, head to our Winter Olympics page on ktvz.com/sports. We'll have a look ahead at the forecast for tonight's competitions right after the break. Stick around.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, look up in the sky. It's not a bird or a plane. It's more than 1,000 drones making aerial art in Pyeongchang.
This was built to do one thing, to light up the sky.
Plus, we'll show you how technology measures even the tightest Olympic finishes.
With just 10 competitions to go in the games, things seem to be heating up slightly in Pyeongchang. Let's head over to Emily Kirk with a look at the forecast for the Olympic City.
Well, Lee, that's right. Temperatures are climbing in South Korea, getting into the upper 30s and even the 40s, which is a little mild, especially when you're doing some winter sports, as we'd like temperatures to be more or less in the 20s. But here's a look at the forecast for Saturday in South Korea, where they will be seeing temperatures getting into the upper 30s and lower 40s for some locations by the afternoon. And then going into the evening, temperatures will start to cool off again. Looking at more clouds overhead today than what they saw yesterday, then that wind chill factor only makes it feel a few degrees cooler. So not too breezy in South Korea for today. For now, Lee, we'll send it back to you.
Athletes time their training to be in peak condition when they compete on the world's biggest stage. And right there with them, though often unnoticed, are the people who make sure they get the timekeeping right.
That's right, Lee. At the Olympics, even fractions of a second can make all the difference in the world. NBC's Rich Lerner got an inside look into technology keeping every competition honest.
The Olympic Zone, brought to you by Omega, official timekeeper of the Olympic Games.
Gold medal on the line.
At the Winter Olympics, time is of the essence. Everywhere you look, reminders that these athletes are on the clock.
Getting the win.
In Pyeongchang, 300 timekeepers are deploying 230 tons of equipment to provide all the athletes with their correct results.
We've been waiting for a finish like this all Olympic Games, and we're finally going to get a humdinger.
Omega conducting a technological symphony of synchronized numbers flashed and then frozen in time That moment when we all find out, did they do it? Was it good enough? Who won?
A photo finish for gold.
Well, I think timing when it comes to short track speed skating, you're talking about thousandth of a second. So you think about that in perspective, 4 to 8 years of your life dedicated towards a race that's 40 seconds long. And the difference sometimes comes down to 1,000th of a second.
1/1000th of a second, the difference between fame and obscurity.
To the win, a glorious Olympic moment.
There is the scientific, inarguable measurement of time.
By 1/100th.
And then there's the idea of time, the sense that this is your time. In the Olympics, it has to be.
Your physical conditioning has to be timed appropriately so that on that day you are the absolute best version of yourself. Your mental capacity, your ability to time and handle the stresses that are associated with preparing for the world's biggest competition.
Preparing, training in a world dictated by the clock, close to the number, under the number, over the number, and then time to let go of it all.
Jesse Diggins delivering a landmark moment.
And at the Olympics, it can be the best time of their lives.
You're looking at gold for South Korea.
Wow. Apollo made the point there. You train for 4 years of your life, and the difference of winning and losing is 1,000th of a second.
I don't know how you do it when you lose, to make the decision to come back 4 years later and try again.
Yeah, can I trim that 1,000th off next time?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. They didn't really tell us who the timekeepers were. I think it's Omega.
No, I did see Omega. I thought that I was going to be a little more focused on that, but I'm actually pretty good at keeping time. Did I tell you I was on the track team in middle school?
That's wow.
Yeah, I didn't run. I just kept the time for the fast people.
Oh, okay. Like a stopwatch.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. That's why I'm good.
All right. Okay, well, we're out of time, so we're taking a break, and we'll be right back.
Still to come on the Olympic Zone. Find out how technology and art converge to create magic in the Pyeongchang sky.
Listen to that crowd.
I get goosebumps every time I see that.
Forget fireworks. There's a new spectacle in this Olympics that's been dazzling audiences in Pyeongchang. We'll head over to Dakota Kendall for more.
Lee, you saw the technology in the opening ceremonies, and social media could not get enough. NBC's Rutledge Wood went behind the scenes to find out more about the drones known as shooting stars.
If you were like me, when you saw this moment during the opening ceremony, you were awestruck. But these sparkling stars morphing into a snowboarder were actually drones. Yes, drones. The same kind of techie toy NBC uses to capture the stunning landscapes of Pyeongchang. How did these drones become pictures in the sky? I had to find out.
It's only the weight of a volleyball if you can feel it.
I met up with Anil Nanduri from Intel, the master behind the shooting star drones.
This was built exactly to do one thing. It's just to light up the sky. And the LEDs that should give you the lights are in here, and it gives you 4 billion light combinations.
4 billion.
Billion. With a B.
That's insane.
Nanduri's team customized drone displays for Coachella and the Super Bowl. But the opening ceremony was definitely his biggest show to date, with 1,218 drones flying simultaneously, making it a world record. The snowboarder was pre-recorded before the ceremony because the team couldn't take a chance with Pyeongchang's infamous wind or cold.
So you lose performance, their behaviors change.
Just like somebody's cell phone when it gets cold outside, the battery drops.
Exactly.
Even with the weather concerns, drones seem to be in the Olympics' future.
It's traditionally been fireworks. There's been no technology that could replace that kind of an experience. And what drones are doing is not just give you that opportunity, but the precision, the accuracy, and the ability to do it in a green way.
When the sun went down, Nanduri took me to Metals Plaza so I could see the drones in action for myself.
But I can't see anything.
They're moving into their animation position.
At that moment, just one computer was communicating with 300 drones, using GPS software to put them into place. And with just the press of a button, the drones started to work their magic.
It's going to totally change the wedding proposal game, isn't it?
I get goosebumps every time I see that.
Proving you don't have to be an athlete to achieve an Olympic dream.
And Intel hopes their drones will do more than put on a show in the future. And because the drones can go places humans cannot, they could be perfect for search and rescue missions as well. Lee, back to you.
Are you the lucky winner of a Hoodoo Ski Area prize pack? We'll announce our final Olympic trivia winner of the games next. Over the last 2 weeks, News Channel 21's auctioned off a little piece of Team USA for a great local cause, and now the numbers are in.
Our Olympic apparel auction raised $1,000 for Oregon Adaptive Sports in Bend, thanks to your generosity. Oregon Adaptive Sports offers accessible sports programs to physically disabled athletes in Central Oregon. The organization relies on skilled coaching and volunteers to offer programs year-round. Executive Director Pat Abadou says the extra cash will support the life skills and school programming at Mount Bachelor.
It actually is sort of a perfect amount. It costs about $1,000 each day that we provide for students up on the hill. So that's going to pay for a whole day of skiing for local students up at Mount Bachelor.
Adabo says OAS has already run over 700 experiences for winter athletes at Mount Bachelor and Hoodoo.
Today we're wrapping up our Olympic trivia brought to you by Hoodoo Ski Area.
Let's head over to Mike with our final winner of these Olympic Games. Mike.
Lee, Dakota, it's been a great 2 weeks learning a little more about the Olympic Winter Games. And our final question asked, which continents had never hosted the Winter Olympics? The answer was Africa, South America, and Antarctica. There's actually a fourth continent that also has not hosted the Winter Games. That's Australia. Heidi Fowler of Bend was our final trivia winner. Heidi, we'll be in touch to get you your Hoodoo prize pack. Thanks to everyone who participated these last couple weeks. When we come back, we'll have a look ahead at NBC Primetime. Stay with us.
Thanks for joining us on News Channel 21's Olympic Zone. Before we say goodnight, let's head over to Mike and Dakota for a look ahead at NBC Primetime.
Leah, quite a few Americans are going for gold tonight, from the first ever big air competition in snowboarding to the final curling competitions on the ice.
We'll be back tomorrow with the very latest on the Olympic Winter Games. But for now, we say goodnight and enjoy. Here's Mike Tirico.
Hi, everyone. Mike Tirico at the International Broadcast Center. Coming up tonight on NBC, it's snowboarding, the first ever men's Olympic big air final, with athletes flying off the ramp in pursuit of gold. There are 3 Americans in the final, including 17-year-old Red Gerard, who won the first U.S. medal of these games, a gold in slopestyle. We'll also see an Olympic first in the alpine skiing team event. Plus, speed skating, the men's 1,000 meters, and bobsled with the men's 4-man competition getting underway. All that and more coming up tonight on NBC. But now, let's get a temperature check for the Pyeongchang area.
The current temperature in Pyeongchang is brought to you by the Nest Learning Thermostat.